White going to come out throwing. Open man here is Conklin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 44, White. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39.
That's good for the Jets. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now White. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Jesse Bates. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there was no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. That one taken in by T. Higgins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Now Flacco. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And that's caught inside the 35. He is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Ball again on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Flacco. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Flacco now on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. That's taken in by Higgins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Nixon. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now it's Burrow. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
11.
Mixon with a first down carry. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 30 yards. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Flacco. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Here we go.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow will throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
11 empty.
Now Burrow. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On second down, a run with Hall. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. His pass caught at the 4. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Back to the ground with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense. Picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
11,
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Zerline good with a PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Bengals drive about to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
11 coming.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
11, 11, 11.
Back to Mixon on first down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Again, it's Mixon, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball again on second down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Hall. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 72 yards. And the Jets have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. To go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Go. 11.
Burrow connecting with Mixon. A nice little juke. Finding room in midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Burrow. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11 MP pace. 11 MP pace. 11 Thomas. 11.
To throw, Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mix it up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
11 Palmer. 11.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
11 MT, take it.
Again, it's Mixon. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's going to have a first down as he stops the clock with 12 seconds left to play. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Now Flacco. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.